going to enter into the glimpses of the glorious past on the 21st of January. So welcoming all the viewers on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media platforms. If you do not already know, in this segment, we go through the years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started his public life and the various activities and contribution that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has offered to humanity. Like the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has a lot to contribute to humanity and its various dimensions. So in this segment, we'll be going through the years and seeing just that as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started his public life with his avataric mission of reviving Sanatana Hindu Dharma, authentic Hinduism, through the revival of the nation of Sri Kailasa. So without further ado, we're going to start and jump into the first year for today's segment, the year 2007, on the 21st of January. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing a presidential address at the Ardha Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj. So here the delegates from various countries all over the world gathered in Prayagraj to witness the rare cosmic celebration, the Ardha Kumbh Mela, and soaked in the intense vibrations, triggering superconscious breakthrough at an individual and a collective level. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akada, Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akada, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, along with the prominent Akada seers, were the first to head for the sacred Shahi Snan, the royal bath. So for those who do not know, the Kumbh Mela is one of the biggest, if not the biggest gathering in the world, where more than 50 million people gather for the sake of taking bath in the holy waters of the location in which the Kumbh Mela is held. There are 4 major locations with their sacred rivers, and during the auspicious cosmic alignment, the astrological alignment, taking bath in these sacred rivers brings tremendous completion and raises your frequency to higher levels of consciousness, and it helps you to experience the highest, higher time zones. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism naturally took part in this Kumbh Mela in the year of 2007. He is addressing the people who physically gathered in the hall and doing his work of enriching the world with the science of living enlightenment, which is hidden underneath every single dimension of Hinduism, of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So here we can see that in these pictures. We have more pictures. We can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism going around the camps in the Kumbh Mela. As Kumbh Mela, normally the land is an empty land on which tents are constructed for the sake of this great happening. In a very short amount of time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tents are raised where the different organizations, different mutts, different traditions, different sampradayas come and gather for the sake of being part of this cosmic happening, which is Kumbh Mela. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with devotees, disciples, followers, and visitors in the Kumbh Mela camp. We have more pictures here. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism performing puja, Sri Vidya Puja on the Mahameru. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has shared that fundamentally he is a Shakta, worshipper of Devi Parashakti. So here we can see Abhishekam being done to the Meru, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing kirtans on the right with symbols doing the chanting of the kirtans. We have more pictures. Here we have the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism meeting with Sharanagata Swami. On his way back to the camp, His Divine Holiness met Sharanagata Swami, who has a large ashram in the Gokul near Mathura. he greatly appreciated Dhyanapitham's effort, which is the organization, the first organization that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established. And Sharanagata Swami appreciated the efforts in fostering the Vedic culture and educating youth with all the Vedic knowledge. He was impressed by the sincerity of the young brahmacharis of the ashram. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism meeting various leaders of various organizations, various mutts, various ashrams, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is in his mission of reviving and uniting all the various sampradayas of Hinduism in order to revive the authentic Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Here we have more pictures regarding the Annadan distribution. Every day, food is served freely to whomsoever visits the camp. Every day, people visit the camp seeking blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives robes to the wandering mendicants and to the public who visits the camp. So the Supreme Pontiff of one big dimension of Hinduism in general, and obviously something that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is highly involved into, it is Annadan, the distribution of free food to whomever comes for the sake of receiving this prasadam. So Annadan is a very big dimension of Hinduism, where always food should be made available to feed people. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared in the past that when the stomach is hungry, the desire to cognize higher truths is reduced. So naturally, fulfilling the hunger should be the first priority. Only then can we contemplate and listen to the higher spiritual truths. So doing just that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also started the No Hungry Home project, where constantly feeding and offering free meals is part of the big contribution of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism worldwide in all the different embassies and monasteries around the globe. Here we have more pictures. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Inner Healing Program. Again, in 2007, the Inner Healing Program is in progress. It is a program where questions are thrown at the forum of persons chosen by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Each member of the forum answers the questions from a unique dimension, and at the end of it, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives his answer too. One acquires great intellectual clarity from this program that happens from time to time at the ashram and elsewhere. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has conducted various types of programs since he started his public life. This is one of them. So the healing of the inner space, something which is very important for us to come back to the space of completion. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and some of the devotees, disciples, and followers gathering for this program during the Kumbh Mela.
Nithyananda. Now you can watch on 21st of January 2009, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the Kotikan Ratha Pada Yatra. During this Kotikan Yatra in 2009, His Divine Holiness walked across the South India from Kanyakumari all the way to Bangalore, Adinam in the Biddi, where the Nithyanandeshwara and Nithyanandeshwari Devi Parashakti, they were all on the Ratha Yatra, and they were their darshan was taken by Koti Kan. Koti means millions of eyes, and those deities, after they came in Biddi, and His Divine Holiness used to travel all across the South India with this Kotikan Ratha Yatra. And on the left side, you can see His Divine Holiness is also talking to spiritual masters from other sampradayas. So you can see the master on the left side is from Vaishnava Sampradaya with the namam, like the long this thing. And so Bhagavan is, His Divine Holiness is connecting with different sampradayas, different and thousands of people, almost 100,000 people, and gracing, blessing them, and going and offering the Pada Pujas at their places, and receiving their blessing. So now we can move to the next slide.
So entering into the year 2010, on the 21st of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visits devotees' homes as part of the Vijaya Yatra. So Vijaya Yatra is a procession for the expressing the victory towards achievements or conquering obstacles. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism going to people's personal houses, people's personal businesses, and blessing them, answering their questions, giving them the boons, their requests, and healing them, and ultimately giving them the darshan and Kundalini, a glimpse of Kundalini awakening. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, since he started his public life, and even before he started his public life, has always been highly involved in reaching out to people one by one, attending to their questions, to their prayers, giving them blessings. So here we have few pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing just that, even going to the businesses of the people and blessing their businesses for them to be successful, experience abundance, wealth, and prosperity in their life. Here we have more pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivering a satsang on Bhagavad Gita in Tamil. So one of the first big scripture that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded on is the Bhagavad Gita. Here we can see pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing just that in the Tamil language. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to conduct these very big satsangs where tens of thousands of people were to gather and listen to the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. As an avatar of Paramashiva, is one of his big responsibility is to map the Vedas and Agamas and all the Shastras into the language that we can easily relate to in today's world. One of the main responsibilities of avatars is to map the highest knowledge revealed by Paramashiva in a user-friendly way so that people can digest it, implement it, and experience it in their life, in their day-to-day life. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing that with the Bhagavad Gita, one of the main scriptures of Hinduism revealed by Bhagwan Sri Krishna when he incarnated in the body and was on the battlefield of the Kurukshetra, which is the Mahabharata war. So he revealed the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna on that occasion.
Nithyananda. Now on 21st of Jan 2011, you'll see Pratyaksha Pad Puja has been offered at the feet of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. And as this is the best service you can offer and connect with the with the higher Shaktis. So this is right after. So you'll also see few other slides. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visits the temple for the morning Pancha Tapas to cleanse the world from all the karmas and giving super conscious breakthrough to the humanity. So This is while performing the Panchatapas. During the Panchatapas, the fire is ignited around His Divine Holiness, and this is to cleanse the world from all the karmas and give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. As you know, this 2011, 2010 was very, there was heavy persecution happening on His Divine Holiness, and to cleanse from all those karmas, His Divine Holiness did this extreme tapas to cleanse. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, giving boons and healing to the Life Bliss Program participants. So at that time, His Divine Holiness was conducting the Life Bliss programs, and you can see how His Divine Holiness is giving the initiation and offering the blessings and boon request, listening to their what they want, and connecting one devotee at a time. So so in this satsang, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivers the satsang on Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And here on Sutra 100, he explains how important and what is pranayama, because the Orthodox translation says pranayama is control of breathing, but His Divine Holiness explained what is exactly the pranayama. And in this satsang, he explains it very well by explaining the cessation of air movements without thoughts is what Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism calls pranayama. So how to breathe without thoughts, without any thoughts or minimal thoughts. And he gives so beautiful examples of like air is like a truck, and life energy is cargo carried by the truck, and life energy gets unloaded into the body and air comes out. If there is less thought, more life energy will go inside. So in this satsang, and you can go on the Nithyanandapedia, or you can see the Patanjali Yoga Sutra series, and you can see this satsang and how Bhagavan explains these concepts, very simple language and easy to understand. So
entering now into the year 2012, on the 21st of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visits the temple and the sacred banyan tree in the Adi Kailasa, Bididi, Bangalore. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was gifted the land in Bangalore after having received a vision from Paramashiva, and the landowner also having received a vision of Paramashiva in the form of Dakshinamurti, telling him to give the land to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the sake of his divine mission. So on this land, there's a very unique banyan tree, which is literally a portal towards the space of Kailasa, of Paramashiva. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism entering the temple premises and reaching out to the banyan tree, going and experiencing the oneness with the banyan tree. We can see the picture on the right, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing just that. The Supreme Pontiff, on the same day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also speaks on the Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 3, the Karma Yoga, on the verse 37. He also speaks to the devotees in Toronto, Kailasa, and San Jose, Madurai. So for those who want to listen to this satsang, please go on Nithyanandapedia on this day, 21st January 2012, and you will be able to access the satsang that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivered on that day.
Nithyanandam. So here on 21st January 2013, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivers the satsang on Kathopanishad. In this satsang, a speech narrates the story of Nachiketa, the child who overcame the mystery of death as related in Kathopanishad. Everyone can journey past the fear of death when they are living without attachment. When the sensory pleasure is felt incompletely, the body simply builds a tolerance, ultimately losing the ability to enjoy all at all. Once the understanding is achieved that all pleasures are temporary, the longing for them vanishes, and one is able to make a plan for death. Death, met with conscious awareness, can be used as a springboard to immortality. And I really highly recommend you watching this satsang and hear how His Divine Holiness also addresses the Gurukul Balasans and is also discussing about how Ek Santagrahi, how to build the Ek Santagrahi kids and all that. So with this, we move to So here, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave darshan, where all participants get the experience his own space through the mirror neurons and receives the Pratiksha Pad Puja from the devotees. So Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism speaks to devotees and gives boons, individual darshan, and visits temple and the sacred banyan tree. And you can see the Dakshina Murti there. And also he is taking the calls from the devotees.
So entering now into the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivers the satsang on carrying the possibility in our hearts to awaken life within us. The possibility we carry should be infectious by our enthusiasm, spreading out to everyone around us. In this state, we are more active and useful to our family, neighbors, society, and ultimately humanity. Let us stay off the couch, away from the TV, and create excitement and joy in others. So inviting each and everyone to go listen to the satsang again on this day. We can also see on the same day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the Sarvadarshan at the end of the satsang during the inner awakening. So receiving visitors one by one, blessing them and attending to their prayers and requests.
So on 21st January 2015, morning satsang continues with Upanishad series, Living Advaita. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explains how all of our incompletions may look factual, but they cannot be real. The ultimate truth is our consciousness is completion, joy, and fulfillment. Only when our HDH, the self-doubt, hatred, denial grabs us, so it create superficial disturbances in us. They don't go to our core. In this way, the truth of Upanishads can penetrate to the core of us, transforming our being. So
on the year of 2016, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism speaks on the Hindu way of prayer, Sohamasmi, in the Ishavasya Upanishad, in the verse 16. In today's satsang, in the Ishavasya Upanishad, in the Living Advaita series, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives the essence of the verse 16, which holds in it the grand narrative of Hinduism. The Upanishadic rishis declare that even while they pray to the consciousness, indeed, they are verily in oneness with it. Sohamasmi, I am He. This is the ideal of the Hindu way of prayer, or prarthana, wherein even when a seeker, a devotee, has not yet realized the oneness or Advaita with the whole, yet he or she prays, relates, and rejoices with the divine, knowing that his self and the consciousness are ever one, and that center of oneness is what is prayed on. Such a way of connecting with the divine from the pure oneness quickly ensures the prayers becoming reality, for it is done from the center of the ultimate truth, Shuddhadvaita. All paths of Hinduism merge under this universal, eternal truth of Sohamasmi for the fulfillment of desires and wishes or devotion. So inviting each and everyone to listen to this very important satsang on the Hindu way of prayers revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Go on Nithyanandapedia on this day, and you will be able to access this discourse.
Nithyanandam, and this is one of my best memories. 21st January 2017, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducts Kailasa's courtyard power manifesting sessions through the miraculous alchemy products. And here, His Divine Holiness, you should go and watch these videos, how Bhagavan offers the Jnananjanam in this video. In the second video, you'll see the miraculous alchemy product of Jnananjana. Until that, I had heard just the shloka Adnyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. But when I actually put the Jnananjana and how it literally changed and manifested third eye powers, so that I witnessed, you have to experience that. And the first video, you can see how the Nityananda Yogam participants like me experienced manifesting Shaktis with His Divine Holiness, and you can see how Bhagavan was sitting in that in the Yogam, and we also experienced the vertical dimensions. And now you have the same golden opportunity of Paramashivoham, where you are going to experience the same vertical time zones, and all at your house where you are. His Divine Holiness is going to come and grace. So don't miss this magnanimous cosmic opportunity. We move to the next.
So entering into the year 2018, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivers satsang on infinite dimensions of Mahadeva Paramashiva. In this video, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism speaks about what consciousness is and further explains about the length, breadth, depth dimensions of consciousness and Maya of the logic dimension. So inviting each and everyone to listen to also this important satsang, as they are pretty much all very much important. So inviting each and everyone to go and listen to them. Very important, enlightening discourse about different dimensions of consciousness and the delusion of the logic dimension. We can also see more pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism bestowing the Shiva Diksha as part of the Parashakti program conducted in Adi Kailasa, BDD in Bangalore. So the Parashakti program, which was the end of the year big 21-day program where participants from around the world gathered to be physically around the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and literally experience the different states of consciousness, higher zones, and ultimately the manifestation of Shaktis, of powers. Here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also initiating the participants who desired into the Shiva Diksha, which is the first initiation, which gives you the right to worship Paramashiva. So we can see that. And again, very soon, in less than a month, there's going to be another program conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Paramashivoham Level 3, which is similar to this big program for Mahasarashivoham, which is big happening, and which is a very great opportunity for us to sit in the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, break the patterns in which we are stuck, and make our life move forward to the next level.
Nithyanandam. So here on 21st Jan 2019, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offers prayers to Sri Sri Dr. Shiv Kumar Swamiji, 111 years of Tumkur Siddhaganga Math, who attained Mahasamadhi. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that Guru Mahasannidhanam Sri Sri Siddhaganga Math Swamiji, on his attaining Mahasamadhi, Guru Mahasannidhanam Sri Sri Siddhaganga Math Swamiji has been one of the greatest Siddha Purusha. His dedication, hard work to support people, his will, persistence, and integrity to his vision has always inspired all of us. And when you click on this video, you will see how Bhagavan has shown. He said, this is the video clip which I have, this is the most inspirational clip he has seen in his entire life. So please don't miss, even on the deathbed, when his Swamiji, Dr. Shiv Kumar Swamiji, was in full plaster and with all the saline, everything, how he was doing his, applying the vibhuti, doing all this. And Bhagavan also shares a wonderful example, how when he went to Tumkur to meet Dr. Shiv Kumar Swamiji of Tumkur, and he just went to receive his blessings. But Swamiji, Tumkur Swamiji said that I will personally come to your Adinam. And that time, we just, Bhagavan just started this Adinam in 2003. And in 2003, His Divine Holiness, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, arranged everything. And this Shiv Kumar Swamiji is in charge of hundreds of institutions across Karnataka, and he has influenced and changed millions of people's life. And his deep connection with love and affection for His Divine Holiness, you can see the different things. So that's it.
So entering now in the year 2020, again on the 21st of January, we can see a few amazing pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving blessing and giving the satsang. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivers a satsang on the endless resource of energy, the four important principles of Paramashiva Jnana: ontology, eschatology, epistemology, and axiology, as well as the binary logic and the multi-dimensional worlds, Nyaya and Vaisheshika logic. He also conducted the consciousness over matter initiation. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in this discourse, expanding on various very important dimensions of the knowledge of Paramashiva, the Paramashiva Jnana, and as well as the blind spots of the binary logic and the importance of establishing ourselves in the multidimensional logic, which is based on the multidimensional worlds. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also recently expanding on that with the parallel universes and the vertical time zones, on which the next Paramashivoham program, level 3, is going to be conducted. This dimension is going to be highly expanded upon, and participants will be given the experience of these dimensions. So something that should not be missed for us to have greater insights on our true nature and be able to make better decisions in our day-to-day life to experience a more blissful and energetic daily life and lifestyle. And coming to the final year of today's segment, on the year of 2021, again on the 21st of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducts the Bhava Samadhi Darshan as part of the Kailasa program. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. Our very memory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Having darshan, or even a glimpse of an avatar, cleanses the karmas of lifetimes and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Mahakala is the Lord of time and space, and as the Lord of time and integrity, he holds the key to the cosmic archives, the Akashic records, which contains the past, present, and future. Kalabhairava is the source of the causal body, the source from which rejuvenation from manifestation happens. So very important dimension of the contribution of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the Bhava Samadhi Darshans, how he can invoke a different deity or energy to manifest through his body to give the devotees, disciples, and followers a glimpse of that manifestation of Paramashiva, a glimpse of the divine. So we'll be having a few minutes, we'll go into this clip and have a glimpse of the space of Mahakalabhairava, the Mahakalabhairava Bhava Samadhi Darshan, the Mahakalabhairavoham experience. So after having received a glimpse of the Kalabhairava Darshan, let us now enter into the space of deep listening and meditation before receiving the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So sit, head, neck, and spine in a straight line and close your eyes. Inhale deeply and slowly. Exhale deeply and slowly. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in your third eye and your Anandagandha. Connect intensely. Allow the feeling connection to intensify in the space of yearning, seeking, devotion, and surrender. Unclutch from the activities of the mind, thoughts about what happened during the day or what is yet to happen during the day. Come back to this moment fully and intensely. Be ready to receive the space, the presence, the initiations, and the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the 1008th avatar of Paramashiva, as per Hinduism, as per Sanatana Hindu Dharma. From the space of deep listening, slowly, you can open your eyes and be ready to receive His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
நித்தியன் வாழும் நித்தியபுரி மலையே ஆறு படைக்கப்பா ஆறு படைக்கப்பா ஓம் ஆறு படைக்கப்பா நித்தியன் வாழும் நித்தியபுரி மலையே ஆறு படைக்கப்பா அறுபடை சக்தி ஒருமுக நித்தியனின் திருவடியை நாம் காண்போம் நித்யா திருவடியை நாம் காண்போம் நித்தியன் திருவடி கண்டு நோயற்ற